Welcome to Westmoreland Community Connections, a look at issues and happenings on Classic Hits 107.1 WHJB. Here now is your host, Chad Amond, President and CEO of the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce.
Hello and welcome to Westmoreland Community Connections. I'm your host, President of the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce, Chad Amond. I am delighted today to have on the show Dr. Amanda Reamer. Dr. Reamer is a professor at WCCC, Westmoreland County Community College, and she is leading one of one of the exciting events. I'm sure that if you're driving in your car right now, you've seen the signs all around Westmoreland County. It's a program called Chase the Wolf. But before we get into Chase the Wolf, Dr. Reamer, I want to know a little bit about you and what your background is and how you came to Westmoreland Community College.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am an English professor. I grew up actually in the area, but I went to school in Florida, believe it or not. I came back to the cold and the snow, and I really love Westmoreland County Community College because of all the events they do in the community and for the students. I found that was a better fit for me, maybe than spending my time, publishing and things like that. So events like the Chase the Wolf event are really why I love being there. So I'm actually the coordinator on undergraduate research at Westmoreland County Community College, and that's an organization that promotes student research opportunities at the college. We offer mentorship opportunities with the students and the professors, and we offer them in all disciplines. So, for example, we might have someone doing research in dental hygiene or English or psychology, and we take these students and help them to become leaders of the community and really present their work nationwide.
So you are you're the coordinator of the Council on Undergraduate Research, and do you have a background in that, or was that one of those things that they said, "Oh, hey, you're going to have this platter, and we're gonna make you the Council on Undergraduate Research coordinator"?
That is a great question. I don't know how I ended up becoming involved other than to say that I was so impressed by the program when I got to Westmoreland that I really wanted to be a part of it. I do have a PhD in my background, so I've done my fair share of research and presenting, and so I think that I could help the students on that level. So, that's one reason that I got involved. But I also just really like working with our individual students one-on-one, and it really was the perfect fit for me to get involved in it.
So you went to school in Florida to get your undergraduate and your doctorate degree?
I actually went to Allegheny College in Meadville for my undergraduate degree, and then I went to the University of Florida for my master's degree and Florida State for my PhD. And then I found my way back to where my family is here in the area.
Right. Well, we hear that all the time. People move out of the area and they realize that they love this area, and sometimes they don't appreciate all of the assets that we have in Westmoreland County, and it is a good place to live. Right?
It is a great place to live.
Right. And you're an English professor, so I am going to be nervous all during the entire show because I'm making sure that I'm articulating well and ending my sentences correctly. Correct?
Well, I try not to correct anyone because here's the problem. The first time that you make a mistake, someone will jump on you, right?
Okay.
So I try really hard not to do that. So I think it's okay.
Well, let's get into the Chase the Wolf event. What is the event? What are the details of the event? And what is going to happen with the proceeds?
Right. So our event is going to be held on June 2nd. It is on campus at Westmoreland County Community College. It is a 5K event, but it is a little bit unique. There will be a 5K run and a walk option, but also there will be an obstacle course. So this is something a little bit different than the traditional just, walk or run that day. We're going to have 6 different obstacles around the campus. They are things that hopefully are challenging for those people who are looking for something unique, but there will be options, of course, for everyone. We really want to have a family-friendly event. So to give you an idea of some of the obstacles, we have things like an army crawl.
And describe what an army crawl is. I don't run, but I do walk, and so maybe I will be. I saw that on the website that you have the option to run or to walk. Correct?
That is correct.
So let's talk about what are some of the obstacles that the runners or walkers will have to endure.
So that's a good word, endure. I hope that they'll be fun, actually.
Okay.
I started with the army crawl because I thought that was one that people would probably not be too intimidated by, right? This is just hay bales and, some netting, and you just kind of have to get down on your arms and your knees and crawl for a little ways, right? In fact, I had my 2-year-old daughter try it out, and she did just fine. So I'm pretty sure that most people are going to be able to manage that one.
Okay.
So that I started there. We also have a wall climb. Now that one might be a little bit more intimidating. So there's an 8-foot wall. Now, you don't have to do it on your own. We're encouraging people to come with teams.
Is there a rope, or are there some things that you can help to climb that wall?
Yes, so there will be just a basic 8-foot wall, and those are for some of our fitness enthusiasts who really want the challenge. But next to the 8-foot wall, there will actually be a wall with a ramp, and as you indicated, some of those sort of handholds, footholds to kind of help you get out there as well. So again, there's that option for the wall. We have a sandbag carry. Again, there's options. So if you're feeling strong that day, there's a 50-pound sandbag, right? If you're not feeling so strong, we have some children's sand pails, more like the 5-pound range.
Okay.
So it depends on how cool you want to look that day, too, right? If you're the guy carrying, the 5-pound pail.
Do we have sugar packets that can be carried, right?
I'll have to incorporate that.
Okay.
I'll think about that.
Very good. What other obstacles?
We're going to have a little bit of an option to cool off. So we will have some sprinklers set out for people to run through. And that also might add a little bit to your ability to slide off that wall when you try and climb that as well, right?
Yeah.
We have some sponsors that are farms in the area. I live on a farm myself, so you're going to notice some hay bale climbs and things like that.
Okay.
And I saved the best one for last. We have a giant blow-up obstacle that I think the kids are really going to like. It is actually 90 foot long, and it has a giant slide. It has, things to climb and bounce off of and just kind of go crazy in. So that one is, fun for adults too, right? But I'm really hoping that the kids will take one look at that and, be excited about it as well.
You're listening to Westmoreland Community Connections on Classic Hits 107.1 WHJB. I'm your host, Chad Amond, president of the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce. Our guest today is Dr. Amanda Reamer. Dr. Reamer is a professor at Westmoreland County Community College, and she is also the person who is running the Council on Undergraduate Research. And that Council on Undergraduate Research is hosting an event called Chase the Wolf. It's a 5K run or walk with incorporating obstacles, and it's going to be held on Saturday, June the 2nd at 9 o'clock. The run is going to start at 9 o'clock, and then the walk is going to start at 9:15, correct?
That is correct.
So why was this event named Chase the Wolf?
So the Westmoreland County Community College mascot is the wolf. So we wanted to really represent the wolf pack in our event. So hence Chase the Wolf. And of course, there will be a wolf there, and he will be, available to be chased. So, it's fitting.
Right. Well, Dr. Reamer, you had mentioned a couple of times that kids have been involved. Your own daughter, you said that she could get under the army crawl, right? So is this something that you are anticipating that there are going to be children that will be participating?
Yes, we found that there really seemed to be a desire for people in the community to bring their kids to an event like this one. So we hopefully we'll have music. We will have, of course, the obstacles that the kids can do. We also are planning to have food trucks and other things available at the event
great.
to make it exciting. So we're going to have fresh donuts being made that morning, for example, and hopefully people will stick around and be able to enjoy those food trucks and have some lunch afterwards and things. So I think it would be a really nice opportunity to get your kids out and do something active in the community on a Saturday morning.
Right. So how much is it to participate in the Chase the Wolf?
The cost of the event is $25. If you are a student or you are under 18, the cost is $20. And you can register right up until the day of the event. So if you're not sure whether you're going to make it that day, you can get up that morning, check the weather, and hopefully still, rain or shine, we will be there. But you can show up that day and pay on the day of the event.
You talked about food trucks and fresh donuts. You know, there are people running a 5K. They're probably going to be fitness people that want to make sure that they're being fit. So how are the food trucks and the donuts working into the event?
Well, everything in moderation, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I think
correct.
many runners will tell you that. In fact, I think as a runner myself, that might be half the reason I do run, right? So that I can eat the donuts afterward, right? But no, we will also have some regular lunch options like sandwiches and things like that as well. But yeah, it is definitely a little bit of a splurge day, but it's going to be hard work to get through, 5K, which is 3 miles for someone who hasn't done it before, so you get to enjoy yourself a little bit afterwards, I would say.
So you seem passionate about this. You are a runner yourself?
I am a runner myself.
Okay.
I've been running since probably in high school, and I noticed that these events with the obstacle courses, and probably people have seen the color runs and the bubble runs and things like that are sort of very popular right now.
I see a lot of people post on Facebook these mud runs, and they're covered with mud, that's for sure.
I have done one of these
Oh,
runs.
really?
I have done a Tough Mudder.
Okay.
And I think probably that's my biggest inspiration for doing this, because I really believe that people who go through some of these events have such an amazing experience and sort of a group bonding experience with the other people who do the events, that I think it's great for our students and our community and our college as a whole. So it's a little different than just going out and kind of walking your 3 miles that day. You have to help each other, you work together, and it ends up being a really great group event.
You're listening to Westmoreland Community Connections on Classic Hits 107.1 WHJB. We're going to be right back after these messages to talk a little bit more about Chase the Wolf.
This is Westmoreland Community Connections on Classic Hits 107.1 WHJB. If you have a suggestion for a topic, or if your nonprofit organization would like to be featured on this program, call us during regular business hours at 724-216-1200.
Welcome back. You're listening to Westmoreland Community Connections on Classic Hits 107.1 WHJB. I'm your host, Chad Amond, president of the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce. Today we're talking about running. Running and obstacles. Dr. Amanda Reamer is a professor at WCCC. She is also the person who is running the Council on Undergraduate Research. And the Council on Undergraduate Research is hosting an event called Chase the Wolf. Chase the Wolf is going to be held on Saturday, June the 2nd. At 9 a.m. For the run and 9:15 for the walk. Dr. Reamer, when did you start planning this event? How long has it taken to get things started?
We have been planning the event for about 6 months. In a perfect world, I think I would have preferred to have about a year to plan
really?
it, right? Because there's so many fun things we can do. There's so many things that we can incorporate. And there's so many local businesses and sponsors and people that I want to get involved. So I hope that for the future, once this is a successful event this year, that we'll be able to see even more people get involved. So I hope we can sort of build on our momentum from this year and make it an annual event that more and more people in the community are involved in.
So we don't call events on the first year the first annual, right? But we're thinking that it might be an annual event.
Ideally, I would love to have an event every summer that, supports our Council on Undergraduate Research. And I hope the obstacle course is a lot of fun for people, and I would like to continue doing it in the future.
So there's a lot of work that has gone into the event planning from the last 6 months on. And it is an affordable event at $25 for adults over 18, and for students under 18, that is $20, correct?
That's right.
Where are the proceeds going?
All of our proceeds will go to the Council on Undergraduate Research. Specifically, we take our students each year to a national conference. We had 10 students who applied to that national conference last year. All 10 of our students were accepted, and that's not a given. There were over 4,000 applicants, and not everyone was accepted to the conference. So I'm so proud of our students that they worked so hard on their projects to get there. They often work for months or even years on these projects to be accepted.
So where is the conference going to be held?
Last year, the conference was held in Oklahoma, and that was only about a month ago, so it was very recent. Next year, the conference will be held in Georgia. So as you can tell, they are events that are pretty far away,
right,
which means that in order to support our students and send them there, we have a pretty high cost in flying them there if it's a distant event, paying for registration fees, paying for their hotels and food. And it's such an amazing opportunity for these students that we want to be able to send as many as we can and everyone who's accepted. But because we have such awesome students and so many people are accepted, we really have to find a way to raise that money to be able to support them to go in the future. So all of the proceeds this year will go to sending those students next year who are accepted. And we already have students who are interested, working on projects, and ready to go.
Well, having to fund students that are accepted to go to the national conference is a good problem to have, correct?
That is correct.
Getting back to the Chase the Wolf run that's going to be held on Saturday, June the 2nd, what do you get for signing up? I mean, I know you're going to get exercise out of it. You're going to get fun. Yeah. But what else do you get for the $25 sign up?
So runners and walkers who sign up early will be guaranteed a T-shirt. They will also get a finisher award, and I'm not going to say what that is yet. It's a little bit of a surprise, right? So you got to finish the race to get to that. We'll also have snacks for the runners and walkers. We'll have, a water station. There will be various businesses that are handing out materials and there to talk with runners and walkers as well. We also will have a Chinese auction that's available for people to participate in, and I'm pretty excited about that because we had amazing donors from our local businesses. So, for example, we had, gift certificates for personal training at a local gym.
Oh, wow.
Or we had spa baskets that are donated. Or we have, of course, we have some pizza that's donated as well. And even for the kids, I think we have a unicorn basket. So we have something for everyone, hopefully, in that event as well.
Well, I said I'm not a runner, but I love to walk. I love to do the walking. So there's an option for the walkers. But what if you're not a runner or you're not a walker? Is there still an opportunity for you to get involved with the Chase the Wolf event?
Yes, we would still love to have you, even if you are not interested in walking or running the event. We'd love to have you there to spectate, to view it. It's going to be pretty entertaining, right? Imagine those of us trying to, climb the 8-foot wall and all that. So even if you're not participating, that's going to be fun. But of course, we'd be happy to accept any volunteers as well. So if anyone wants to reach out, we have people that are going to be helping us set up and tear down, and even the day of the event, just making sure everything runs smoothly. So we are still more than happy to have people participate if you're not interested in running or walking.
We've pointed out the date, Saturday, June the 2nd, and the price and the time and all of that stuff. So, but we didn't necessarily mention how people can get signed up. Where do they go? What information do they need to get signed up, and where can they get signed up?
The easiest place to sign up is at the westmoreland.edu website. There is a tab on the right-hand side of the screen that says Events, and right under the Events tab, you will see our Chase the Wolf 5K. Now, we also do have a Facebook page, and you can sign up from the Facebook page, and you'll also get to see a lot of entertaining videos and pictures of us building some of the obstacles and trying them out ourselves. There's even also a few sneak peeks at our t-shirts and things from the event, so you can check us out there as well.
You're listening to Westmoreland Community Connections on Classic Hits 107.1 WHJB. I'm your host, Chad Amond, president of the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce. We're talking with Dr. Amanda Reamer. Dr. Reamer is a professor at WCCC who leads the Council on Undergraduate Research. And the Council on Undergraduate Research is hosting an event on Saturday, June the 2nd, called Chase the Wolf. Chase the Wolf is going to be an obstacle course run, 5K and a 5K walk. Dr. Reamer, if I wake up on Saturday, June the 2nd, and I say, I want to run a 5K obstacle course, can I do it? Can I just come over at 8:45 and sign up and run the 5K? So I have to sign up in advance?
You do not have to sign up in advance. You are welcome to show up the morning of. I would say maybe a little before 8:45, just to give yourself some time to, get acclimated, park, all those things.
Tie your tennis shoes, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Double tie. Yeah, absolutely. But it should be easy for people to get there in Youngwood. There's free parking and plenty of parking available. There will be a registration table set up, and they are happy to accept your registration that day. Now, I can't guarantee our t-shirts and some of the things at the last minute because we're just not sure at this point. We're hoping way more people show up than we expect, right? And we do have some extras set aside. But if you want to be guaranteed that t-shirt and those awards, you might want to go ahead and plan ahead and get that information in early, but you can definitely sign up the day of.
What is the response so far? Are you getting a good response, a lot of sign-ups?
Yeah, I got nervous at first, right? About a month ago, I said, oh my goodness, we've done all this work and, we don't have a lot of sign-ups. And then I remembered that when I sign up for a race, I always wait until the week or two before, right? Because I want to see how I feel. I want to see if I have other plans. So all of a sudden, in the last week or two, our registrations have gone way up. And
great.
Everyone kept telling me that was going to happen, but I'm so happy to report that it really has. And just over the last few days, we have been going out to some other local races and promoting and seeing people who have heard about it, which is great. It's great to know that the word is getting out there. And even if you're not interested in it, tell your friends because it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we're seeing more and more people get interested the closer we get to the event.
So if I don't want to walk and I don't want to run, I can still come over and get the food trucks, right?
You absolutely can. You can come get fresh donuts in the morning, right, before you watch us. So the Dapper Donut is going to be there making them fresh. I don't know if 9 a.m. is too early for some Kona ice, but maybe, after you get the donuts and come down off the sugar high, you can hang around for a little while for the Kona ice truck. We also have some faculty members who are going to be setting up a table with some treats like cookies and baked goods and things like that. And we have a sandwich truck that's going to be bringing fresh grilled sandwiches as well. So hopefully people will be able to even have lunch there before they go.
It sounds like a fantastic event. You have a background in running, and you've done the mud races and all of those things. I know it's a few days before the event, but do you have any suggestions on what people should do to train or to get ready for the event?
Sure, that's always a challenging thing. I find that before every race, I get a little bit nervous, right? So if you're out there and wondering, can I do this? Is this something that, is possible for me? Everyone who I've talked to, I have encouraged them that this is something that actually, in a way, is easier than signing up for a 5K or a 10K because you're not running 3 miles straight, right? You're jogging from one obstacle to the next. So those people who are very competitive, it can be a little bit of a challenge for because they don't want to stop. They want to, keep going. It's different. But for those people who maybe have never even run a 5K, this is a great place to start. And I don't know, it's 2 weeks out, but I can tell you my biggest mistake with these runs was spending too much time running. I know that sounds crazy, but there's a little bit of upper body strength involved in these courses. So if that is something that you're good at and maybe not so much the walking or running, it might be the perfect event for you.
You did mention that the event is going to be held at the Youngwood campus because there are multiple campuses in Latrobe and New Kensington and around southwestern Pennsylvania with the community college. We do need to make sure that we're pointing out that it is going to be held at the Youngwood campus. Where on the Youngwood campus?
That's right. It is in Youngwood, and some of the course will be on the roads around the campus, but a lot of it will be right in the middle of campus. So we will run across the soccer field, and we will run around the baseball field, and we will be on the 5-Star Trail a little bit as well. So there's a lot of different things to see on the trail, and let's say you're deciding to walk and maybe not even do the obstacles. It's going to be hopefully a nice walk for the day, and also really entertaining seeing all of the people doing these things. So,
Dr. Reamer, we're going to wrap up the show here in just a moment, but tell the listeners one or two things that you would, if we were sitting here a year from now, what would you say? This knocked it out of the park, and we're going to do it again. Why? You talked about the fact that you maybe want to make this an annual event, but if we're talking maybe even on Sunday, June the 3rd, what would you think would be the things that you would say this event was successful?
The thing I want to be the most successful is that I want the community to see our students at Westmoreland. I want them to see how involved they are in the activities, how excited they are to be a part of this, and how proud we are of our students who are such great representatives of our community. So we will definitely try and highlight them at the event and make sure that we explain to people that although this is a fun event, and of course that's one of the things we hope is a success, we also want to make sure we tell the community what amazing students we have and what great things they're doing at Westmoreland County Community College.
Well, if you're listening to Westmoreland Community Connections, mark your calendar for Saturday, June the 2nd at 9 a.m. They're going to have the kickoff for the run. At 9:15, the kickoff for the walk. It's called Chase the Wolf. It's a 5K. Saturday, June the 2nd. If you want to sign up, go to westmoreland.edu. That's Westmoreland County Community College. If you want to search it on Google, go to the events page. That's Saturday, June the 2nd. $25 to participate. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be obstacles. Dr. Reamer, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Mark your calendar. Chase the Wolf. thank you very much for the good work that you're doing with our community and to make Westmoreland College an even better place to send our kids and to make sure that we are developing the next year's workforce. And I appreciate all of that you are doing.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Westmoreland Community Connections on Classic Hits 107.1 WHJB. Join us next week, same time, same place, for another edition of Westmoreland Community Connections. Thanks for listening, everyone.
This has been Westmoreland Community Connections, a look at issues and happenings in and around Westmoreland County. Join us again next week on Classic Hits 107.1 WHJB.